Hi there, I'm Dr. Jim. Thank you for taking some time with me. I have a very important topic and one that I am going to be diving very deeply into. Stay tuned. We have some very, very exciting things coming up at drjimcollins.com. So I've been diving deep into something again that I did many years ago. I provided a lot of consulting on recruiting, selecting, employee turnover, employee retention, that whole thing in nursing homes, in senior care specifically. And it's tough. So I wrote an article. I'd like to share some of the main points with you. The title of this article is called, "Does Recruitment Have to Be So Painful?" Because it is. Talk to a manager, a supervisor, human resources professionals, and they will tell you. Retaining is tough. Turnover is horrifying. Recruiting is so difficult because recruiting involves a lot of different processes. It's a process. It's a whole thing where you try to attract good candidates. You weed through all of the applications or resumes if you're hiring, managers or higher level executive people. You go through all the paperwork and then you start forming lists. Here's a stack. No way am I hiring these people, right? Here's a stack, maybe, if we can't find anybody else. And here's the short stack of possibly good people that we're going to. Okay, so there's the selecting process. And then you have to schedule and go through all the interviews. So recruiting is this big, monstrous thing. And there's so many challenges. The economy. Is it an employee's market or an employer's market? Who has the upper hand? When the job market is tough and there are lots of people looking for jobs, the person hiring, of course, has better control, right? They have the upper hand. When unemployment is really low, the employee has the upper hand, and they could bounce around from job to job. It gets tough. So you're looking for the best candidate, which literally means you're looking for the best fit, not necessarily the most qualified person, by the way, because you can train them. And by fit, I mean they literally fit in with the personality of your workplace, with the culture, your other employees. You're not trying to take a square peg and shove it into a round hole, in other words. They're a good fit. Now, they may not have all of the qualifications that you're looking for, but again, you could train, you can develop people. Here are some important questions to ask yourself when you're recruiting. What is today's current unemployment rate? I just heard about it yesterday. This morning. Is it an employee's market, or do you have the upper hand? Do we really need to fill this job right now, or can we wait a little bit? Do we have other priorities? Do we have an existing employee in our building, in our company, who would be a perfect fit, but they're not quite trained in that area, but you know what? We can train them. Should I look for gig workers? Gig is the new term for temps, temporary employees. How much do we spend in this entire recruitment process, and can we save some money here or there? What is our competition doing to recruit good candidates? What's really important in today's market and world, social media. What does your social media look like? What kind of personality does it have? Is it inviting? Does it say fill out an application right here on your phone. It's only going to take you a minute. Short applications that are mobile are extremely important. I think I read a stat. 70% of today's potential employees, job candidates, are looking for jobs on their phone. So, does your website look appealing? Is it inviting? There's so many things to think about. So, my final thoughts, recruiting is very difficult, but you could do so many things to make it much easier. Certainly use technology. Go back and look at what has really worked well for you and make a hybrid model. What is tried and true? What really works for us? Let's do some research. When's the last time you really dug into recruiting in the 21st century? When have you Googled new recruiting methods and looked into the research? So take a look, find some new things to add to what already works to create that new hybrid model. And I really believe that the most important thing about recruiting is this. You should always be recruiting. Whether you have a position to fill or not today does not matter. You should be recruiting every day, all the time, in multiple ways. As sure as the sun is going to rise tomorrow, you're going to lose somebody. You're going to lose an employee, and you're going to have to fill that position. Recruit all the time. I'm Dr. Jim. Keep coming back for more, and keep your eyes out for some big new programs that we're going to be launching. I'll see you soon.